I wanted to share one of my favorite things to do with the Iron Mage chatbot. I know we've had a couple issues, so anybody that is having trouble with it, please just reach out to me through Discord and I will do everything I can to take care of it. I'm working on programming stuff on the back end where we might have to kind of change whether it loads your whole chat history and maybe it stops loading the past chat history because some people have gotten stuck on the whole thinking process. Either way, it's still been a phenomenal tool. I love using it. I use it every single day for my game. And so I wanted to show you my favorite thing to do with the chatbot. Obviously, I do a play-by-post campaign. And so whenever my character is going from one place to another, I like to give them a good description about what's happening, what they're seeing. And so my favorite thing to do with the Ptolus chatbot is actually tell it, I'm going from this point to this point. Please write a description about what's going on and what they see as they go from point A to point B. It's not perfect, but it tries to take into the context of the book. And then my favorite thing to add to that is say, tell me some random things that you see and tell me what the weather is like. Now, we also have, let me pull this over here and I'll show you. On the Ptolus website, there is also the random generator. So if you haven't used this before, the random generator is a ton of fun. It's one of my favorite things that I've done on the website. So you can see there's the random encounter generator. If you've never used that before, it's a ton of fun. I really love it. This actually pulls from the giant random encounter thing that they actually provide for Ptolus, but then I also added some homebrew ones of these. So it'll put this together for you, and it does some of the math. So like it does the 1d4, it rolled that to be 2, obviously 2 plus 1 is 3. You can re-roll and get a new one. This does not take into account the context of where you are, but it's still pretty fun. So what I love to do is I say, I'll do something like write a narrator post describing the travel from the Ghostly Minstrel to Dalengard Castle by carriage. Include 1 or 2 random things they see and make up the weather. So I'm going to switch over here. I already let this sit because as you guys know, sometimes it has to sit and think for a while. It wasn't perfect because it said something about leaving the city behind. So it's not perfect, obviously, and I'm not sure this might be too small to read, but just to give you an idea, it says, it goes through and it talks about first rays of sunlight spilled through the windows of the Ghostly Minstrel, casting a warm glow. So this gives you a little bit of that. Then it says stepping outside, they're greeted by light fog hanging thick over the street, moisture in the air. And then one of my favorite things is that it makes stuff up. So it says here, they passed by a bustling market square that had yet to awaken fully. A few early risers were already selling fresh produce, while a street performer, his hair shrouded in the light mist, practiced his juggling act with a series of brightly colored balls. And so then it says the adventurers watched for a moment as the performer fumbled, dropping a ball that rolled away, eliciting chuckles from a gathering crowd. So this is one of the things I love doing this because that wouldn't just naturally occur to me, right? That creativity wouldn't just automatically pop out into my mind. So here's another one that I love that I thought was really cool. So this is Calaricent, who is actually from the Banewarn's adventure module, and Julia, who's a character in our campaign. I asked the chatbot to tell me a description of something that was going on as they traveled from one place to another. And so it said, a group of children laughed and shrieked with delight as they raced around each other, splashing through puddles that formed along the edges of the street. One enterprising child wore a makeshift crown made of colorful leaves, clearly enjoying a small festival of imagination beneath the dreary sky. Their laughter was contagious, a reminder of innocence and adventure amidst the often serious undertones of their lives. So this is just, I love doing this because the random generator is cool. It'll tell you some of the stuff about, hey, you see this kind of character, or hey, you see this person from certain organization and stuff like that. But it's not necessarily giving you that more flowery, fun language. And so that's one of my favorite things to use it for. Is I say, hey, we're going from here to here. It's not perfect. It'll learn from you as you start telling it, actually, you don't leave the city to get to Dalengard. You're going from Midtown to Old Town. Maybe you can see part of it on my big map back here, which I still have not gotten perfect. It's still rippled, but whatever, we'll get there someday. So check that out. If you haven't already signed up for the Iron Mage chatbot, please do. It's $5 a month through my Patreon account. I only do that because I have to pay OpenAI for the rights to use their actual API to make this happen. If you have any issues, message me on Discord and I will get it taken care of. You can also email me, whatever. But let me know how you're using this in the comments. Tell me how you're using the Iron Mage chatbot. Let me know. I see a lot of the stuff on Discord, but I'd love to see some of this in the YouTube comments as well. Tell me, are you using it as a weather generator? Are you using it as an NPC generator? What is it doing for you? What's it doing well? And I'm not going to be ashamed. I'm not going to be offended if you tell me in the comment section, what's it not doing well? Okay, hit me with that up, because I really do want to make it better and do everything I can for you folks. So until next time, right over here, stay out of the shadow of the spire.